versus Belgium is going to be an instant classic. And let me tell you why Portugal versus Belgium is going to be an instant classic. Now, Portugal have strength. The number one strength, of course, is their main man, Cristiano Ronaldo. Then they have a defensive pairing that is one of the best in the Euros. They have Ruben Diaz and they have Pepe. But on the wings, that's where their problem lies. Guerrero overlaps on the left and is not quick to recover. And then we have Semedo that overlaps on the right and is not quick to recover. Germany exploited that, and Germany crossed from the wings and Germany scored 4 goals against Portugal. The next match against France, Portugal fixed that by putting Sanchez in the place of William, because William is a very good DM, but he's not fast. He can tackle, he can move, he can do that, but he's not fast. As a result of that, when Semedo should overlap, because of Semedo's recovery time, his recovery time is slow. It's not like Cancelo. Cancelo, when he overlaps, he can recover quickly. As a result of that, William cannot recover, so they had to bench him and put in Renato Sanchez. And the openness on those wings were not felt so much against France because Sanchez and João Moutinho could cover up for them. And then, of course, Pereira in between both of them. Now, against Belgium, this is going to be very, very vital because they have Torgan Hazard and they have Eden Hazard playing, and also they have Carrasco on the wings. These are effective wingers. Belgium have effective wingers, but the core of the matter, the person that's going to be the most important person for Belgium is on their wingers, is the main man, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne has to be stopped by Renato Sanchez, Pereira, and if João Moutinho starts, maybe João Moutinho or maybe Bruno Fernandes starts, whichever one. But the point is this: the point of supply is Kevin De Bruyne. If he passes that ball to the wing, I don't see Semedo being so much of a good defender to stop Carrasco, and Guerrero is not so much as an effective wing back to stop Torgan Hazard. So now the cutout has to be from Portugal. Portugal has to stop that ball in the middle and stop Kevin De Bruyne from playing his game. So the strong point for Belgium is Kevin De Bruyne to the wings, and once he gets out to the wing and he cross the ball to the center to Lukaku, then we have a challenge because Romelu is big enough to hold the ball and to effectively score. But when you have someone like Pepe, you're almost always covered. But then let's look at the Belgium defense. The Belgium defense is leaky. And when you have someone like Vertonghen and Alderweireld who has passed his prime, Vertonghen who is not as effective as he used to be, they are going up against the most deadly scorer in the history of football, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't see those guys holding him down. So this is going to be a challenge for Belgium because their defense is not 100%. They don't have a very, very world-class defensive midfielder. Axel Witsel cannot be compared to Renato Sanchez in the way they play, in the effectiveness, in the pushing of the ball and all of that. Axel Witsel needs a Kevin De Bruyne to be able to effectively push the ball to the other side. But Renato Sanchez can bring the ball up from the DM position and bring it to the attacking position in a swift movement. So in that aspect, there's going to be a challenge there. I believe that Portugal should start Renato Sanchez, Pereira, and Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. Now, the reason is this: Portugal need to create. So put Renato Sanchez on Kevin De Bruyne and allow Bruno Fernandes to create for you. Then you have Bernardo Silva on the left, on the right, and then of course you have Jota, and of course on the left and Cristiano Ronaldo in the middle. Now, if they play this way, they have to mark Kevin De Bruyne. The passes have to be cut out. Somebody has to be put on Kevin De Bruyne and run around with him everywhere he's going. And if you look at it critically, look at their goalkeepers. Rui Patricio, when he's in his national team, he becomes prime Oliver Kahn. He's so effective. And then of course you have Courtois and all of that. So they're evenly matched at that point. But the Portuguese defense is better than the Belgium defense. The Portuguese DM is better than the Belgium DM. But their midfield, the Belgium midfield is better than the Portuguese midfield, and of course the Portuguese attack is better than the Belgium attack, just by an inch, because of the main man, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo and Bernardo Silva, that's better than Torgan Hazard and all of that. But the key of this game, like I said, is going to be the battle between Kevin De Bruyne and Renato Sanchez. But me, I'm gonna go out of the limb and predict this match. I'm gonna go with Portugal qualifying and Belgium crashing out. That's my thing, because I believe that somehow the Portuguese coach is gonna figure this out, just like he figured the French match. You know, he's more proactive than the England coach, Southgate, that just keeps starting the same thing all every match and let's pray to God and see what happens. But the Portuguese coach, he saw that William was slow, quickly changing with Renato Sanchez in the next match. Saw that saw what happened, quickly put João Moutinho for Bruno Fernandes in the match against France and all of that. So I believe he'll make the necessary changes, and I believe that this match is going to be a classic. I don't see too many goals, but I see Portugal qualifying. You can't really bet against Cristiano Ronaldo. That's just the truth. You can't really bet against him. So I see Portugal qualifying because of Renato Sanchez, and of course because of Cristiano Ronaldo, and allowing Bruno Fernandes to create. This has been another episode of Stone Avenue, Africa's #1 football show. Till next episode, goodbye for now.